Everything will be just fine, Lady Marian said, wanting to calm Christopher down. He's coming back. I can feel it. He went to a very high place. Let's hope it worked. Oh, it worked all right, but I wish Faraday was here. He would have been much better at this than me, Christopher replied, worried. From outside of my body, I could see that there were some wires on my chest connected to some sort of an electrical installation. Christopher turned that machine on, and I felt an incredible shock. His heart is beating again. He's breathing, he said with relief. He'll be all right, I have no doubt about it. We know what we are doing. There was no other way, Lady M said and put her hand on my forehead. I slowly started coming back to my senses. John, can you hear me? Welcome back. Take it easy. Rest here for a while. I just can't believe what happened to me. I was in another world. Now I understand what you meant. I mumbled and dozed off again. It took me a while to be able to walk with help to my room. This whole otherworldly experience must have lasted at least a few hours. I now had a huge headache and kept having flashes of me with Aliana. I had to slowly bring my focus back into this physical reality. For some time, I felt as if I was in two places at once. Lady M stayed with me and explained that at the boundaries of this reality, there are frequency barriers, which are very hard to break. It's almost like a prison. The illusion created is so vast that you need extreme measures to free the soul, measures that might even harm the physical body. She also said that I wasn't in any danger because all of this had to happen as part of the plan for this lifetime. Even if I was half asleep, I could still perceive Lady Marian's energy pattern beside me. I had the feeling that she was trying to hide something from me, something to do with Aliana. When I asked her about it, she denied it, yet I sensed she was hurting on a deeper level. She had trouble balancing her energy, and I could feel that. My questions seemed to upset her, so I stopped asking what was wrong. When I tried to share with her things about Aliana, she politely asked me not to continue, saying that it was better if I didn't talk to anybody about what I felt. I found that odd since she was always so open with me. When Christopher came to see how I was doing, he also advised me not to speak about what happened with other people. They will not understand and think I'm crazy for describing such nonsense. It was a personal experience that, when shared, would lose its power. All that mattered, he said, was the focus in the moment of now, the duty we all had. There was a danger in losing oneself in details of past lives and missing the whole purpose of initiation for the current lifetime. I was going through so many different feelings, which now I called different frequencies, and they slowly changed my understanding of who I was and of what my life was really about. I understood that I experienced a very high energy influx, and I was forced to assimilate it or lose my mind. As I was coming around, I could feel Lady Marian returning to her old self. She was now happy that everything went well with me. Your energy vibration is really high right at the moment, she said. In a few days it will go down, but you are now a changed man. I believe congratulations are in order. Hey, it's going to get dark soon, but I want to take you outside for a little while. That is, if you are up to it. You have to feel how differently you can perceive the world now. Yes, I would like that. I think I could use the fresh air. I still had a terrible headache, but I couldn't just stay in bed either. I was indeed charged with energy I couldn't control, and shivers kept going through my whole body. We slowly walked to the bench outside and sat down. When I was closing my eyes, I kept seeing images of various people who stayed there in different times. I did not know who they were, but I felt they were friends of Lady Marian and Christopher, and they had assignments to do for the world. I was feeling from them the same sense of urgency that I experienced while I was outside my body. I also saw some people who were hurt and came back for sanctuary. I began to realize that the mansion I was at was very old and represented an oasis, a refuge for light warriors around the world. I then looked at Lady M with tears in my eyes. Who are these people? What happened to them? I asked. I can feel their sadness. It is a deep, deep sadness. I've never felt anything like it in my life before. They are people who, a generation ago, lost their battles, John. At the end of the last century, the mansion was destroyed and we had to rebuild it. You're reading into those patterns. They are engraved in the energy field of this place. I just felt so much pain. You see, it's good that you tapped into reading the environment around you, but you only connected with the negative emotions this place has seen because they are easier to access. Focus on a positive feeling. Remember our conversation in the morning. This place has seen a lot of beauty and harmony as well. Lady Marian put her hand on my shoulder. I could now see in front of me a young Lady M running around the garden. I saw the first time she and Christopher kissed. I saw the same people now being happy and experiencing endless joy. I understand now, I said with serenity. Good. Your energy blueprint is being activated and your mind patterns are being rewritten. Now that we've filled your energy reservoir, the frequency of your energy pattern increases and you can read the information around you, things that happened in the past or that could happen in the future. When you say reservoir, do you mean the one you said looks like an egg? Yes, even though we cannot yet see it, we can feel how much energy we have in it. Usually it's not even half full. I now could understand differently her words. I felt I could keep up with her explanation, but I still couldn't dismiss the pain I felt when I read the energy of those people. You have to learn to control those frequencies. If you were to feel sorry for all the bad things that are happening in the world, you wouldn't even wake up in the morning. We can't stop the war we are fighting, at least not in this lifetime. We are only a handful of people. We can only hope to win some battles and minimize the damage. There are key events at this time that have to be set in place to ensure the development of the future. We call them checkpoints in time. We are here to make sure they happen. We also know the plan of the Shadow Lords for the future, and we try our best to stop it. We are, however, outnumbered. That's why we need strong people like you. Nobody was allowed to come to this planet from the same place in creation you are from. You will become a different kind of light warrior, something new to this planet, but you'll have plenty of time to discover that for yourself. We should stop now. How do you feel? I think I'll be all right, I answered, and she smiled at me. Lady M left me to my thoughts for a while, then eventually she helped me back to my room to rest. She knew my consciousness would wander around, yet she was also aware that my physical body was under a lot of strain, and it needed to recover from the energetic shock. This was my third day in this place, and I seemed to have lost all awareness of time and all locality of being. My consciousness was now pulsating between this world, my past experiences on Earth, and the higher reality which I had just caught a glimpse of. Thinking about everything that happened, I looked at the stars and believed that if somehow I were able to fly beyond them, I would actually reach Aliana's world. I felt that above the level of complexity of this universe, there actually existed a universe of light.